Ladies, gentlemen, non-binary beings, welcome to another episode of Cosmic Crit. While I don't have a ton of announcements on this week's intro, I do have one of the biggest since the release of Starfinder over a year ago. On last week's Starfinder Wednesday, Rob McCreary dropped the bombshell that not only have the dev team been working on new classes all year long, but today, December 3rd, 2018, there will be a blog post on Paizo.com on how you can playtest these new classes for free. Fans, you know that Cosmic Crit will be ready to test the waters, and we hope you mosey on down to Paizo's website to check out the new player options once they go live. That's not all the news I have, though. I also get to announce our December fan submission challenge this week. We polled our fans on Twitter and our Discord and wanted December to be NPC month. Make an NPC that the players will find in Season 2 of Cosmic Crit, and then submit them to our email at cosmiccrit@gmail.com. We're talking foes, friends, merchants, marauders, whatever you come up with. We had a blast with the characters that you guys created at the beginning of Season 1, and we're wanting to fill up Season 2 with a lot more. So follow the link in the episode's description for more info and help us create space stationers or colonist critters for the next season of the show. So without further ado, welcome to this week's episode,
Fly Casual. Last time on Cosmic Crit.
The crew arrives at the Drift Rider to discover undead minions all over it.
We ambush a squad of Corpse Fleet goons.
Some cultists attempt to turn Raimi into an acid-filled pincushion.
Who's leaving all these bananas around here?
After finally besting the Corpse Fleet goons on the ground, we steal their ship and fly away.
A friendly brainless zombie agrees to pilot us through the vast emptiness of a huge space battle.
We hijacked a Corpse Fleet ship to sneak aboard the Empire of Bones.
5 non-undead life forms try to get past Corpse Fleet guards undetected. What could possibly go wrong?
Holoskin? Check. Vocal modulator? Check. Expertise die? Check. All right, Raimi. Fly casual.
And then Chewbacca's like, oh. You know, that's one of
So that happened.
Episode commencing in 3, 2, 1. Episode initiated.
Greetings, Intrati and members of the proto-culture. It's time to turn into a variable fighter jet and giant robot and explore the cosmos in this week's Macrosmic Crit.
Patrick, I'm gonna cry right now.
This is Patrick, your SDGM, super-dimensional game master, and we're back to finish this interstellar war and infiltrate a super-colossal space fortress. Joining me this week in a journey to see if the crew can answer the question, do you remember love? Are my 5 friends and your players. To my left, leader of a fighter wing made up of Starscream Transformers, it's Drew playing Mac Feldspar.
I'm gonna cry right now. I'm so happy about this.
To his left, a mechanical monstrosity that can destroy an entire fleet with one boosted shot. It's Jabert playing Andis 147.
I'm going to make Drew cry right now. I don't know what this is.
Across the digital table, a UN Spacey ace pilot and sharpshooter, it's Miles playing Raimi Quendar.
Good evening.
To his left, an all-female bridge crew making ready to initiate the fold system. It's Rebecca playing Alindra Vallis.
I own a cell for Macross 7.
And finally, to my right,
Show and tell?
I wonder who gave you
Yeah.
that gift. And finally, to my right, a giant blue-skinned alien looking to invade Earth. It's Tyler playing Andros Veronis. Why are you here, Tyler?
I'm gonna forgive that.
You doing with your...
No one should ever forgive that.
my cheeks hurt. I grabbed my
He's
cheeks.
like, what's a Mac Ross?
I grabbed my cheeks and then I just like yanked them all over the place and now they hurt. Oh.
Welcome back. What happened last time on the podcast?
We fought a whole bunch of undead Corpse Fleet goons.
They weren't goons. They were highly trained Marines with flashbangs and dart rifles that nearly killed Raimi.
All right, well,
Yeah.
super goons.
They're still goons.
It was the fight that wouldn't end.
Well, I love that you're like putting 100 points of damage on them and they're not going down. You're like, what gives? It's like, well,
I better attack another one to see if they'll go down after 100
book
points.
6, guys. It's going to take more than a nice dainty tap on their foreheads, a kiss on their foreheads.
100 damage more than just a kiss. That's a pucker.
Pucker with a P, everyone. Pucker with a P.
Okay. That is not what I heard, so I'm glad you
Oh boy, it's hot here. I'm sweating. As in, pucker up. You're about to get kissed with episode 63 of the podcast. You all killed these undead Marines and then took control of their transport, the Blackwind Sepulcher shuttle. And when we last left off, you were flying it into space, trying to now get past a line of Crypt Warden vessels, blocking access to the Empire of Bones, an Ultranaut, kind of like ship of the line, massive super colossal vessel in the Corpse Fleet. So let's talk this out. How do you guys see this playing out? How do you think you're going to get by them?
through the gift of song.
Do we wait for them to call us, or do we call them? Do we hail them on the comms?
That's a great question. Does anybody have like a bonus to like profession soldier or something?
I could do profession culture, and if because of my not professional,
Same thing.
but listen. If I give it enough time because of my my theme, I can look stuff up even without access to the infosphere. So there might be information.
Yeah, well, I mean, I was going to say that they may be considered a criminal organization.
I'm no longer I'm no longer an outlawed. I'm
This is definitely a pirate tactic.
So I'll allow pirates, I'll allow culture, but everyone's looking to Knack, maybe to Adross. Like, what do we do? Do we signal them? Do we wait to be flagged? One of these is, I can tell you, the correct answer. The other is wrong. So go ahead and let these skill checks fly.
Patrick, it's my birthday today. Do I get a reroll?
No, it's not your birthday. What?
It was worth a shot. Didn't know if you knew it.
I was just checking to see if you knew what my birthday was.
You know, your wife gave us birthday invites for your birthday, right?
Oh, dang you, wife!
I thought about it for a while. I was like, when does this episode come out? Look at my schedule again.
I don't think Adross knows what the so.
All right, I'm gonna go for a culture. Let's see. Hey!
Nice. So I think Knack is maybe the decider here, but yeah, both Raimi and Andis, you're like, we signal them first. And Knack, you're like, no. You say nothing and you just fly past them.
I think that makes sense. I mean, we have no reason to contact them. We're part of their crew.
Yeah, I mean, for all we know, we're one of the different ships.
Yeah, cool. Fly straight, Raimi.
Now, Raimi, do you indeed fly straight through the line of Crypt Warden ships? How are you piloting this vessel?
How else would I pilot it?
Well,
zigzags?
I would remind Raimi that at the last theme upgrade, Raimi got a bonus to like any questions about like piloting technique and piloting like lore.
Is that a thing?
I know that.
Yeah. Look it up. That actually might have been at first level. It just hasn't come up yet.
You have a reduced difficulty, I believe, to the DC of culture checks to recall knowledge about starships and vehicle models.
Okay. So do I roll culture for that?
No, so that would be like to identify what these ships are. You got from the scans that these are Crypt Warden vessels.
Okay. What does that tell me?
So they're kind of in a static formation, but yeah, I mean, it's up to you if you want to roll another maybe culture check or maybe even piloting to make some assessments of how you should be flying.
All right. I'll roll piloting because definitely want to not screw this up since this is such a delicate mission.
Mm-hmm.
Can any of these checks be assisted?
I would say maybe, but Miles
know
rolled an 18 on the dice. So you're pretty sure that you will want to emulate the flight patterns of the other ships in the armada, because you are one of them, right? Neither exposing your ship nor trying to avoid detection. So you have to fly pretty close to these other ships. But this pilot action is called Fly Casual. I think we talked about it last week.
Wait, is it really?
Yes. Yes, it is.
We were talking about it a lot before we started recording tonight, too. That's pretty good.
So it's a pretty easy piloting check to try and emulate their style. Give me one more piloting check and see if you can do it.
34.
Right. So you are able to get within 10 hexes on our hexadecimal style map here for Starship combat. We are ready if we needed to get into it. And yeah, it doesn't seem like they are taking any action against you. They're holding position themselves.
Awesome.
The Dross waves out the window.
Do not do that! I will turn this ship right around! So I guess we just keep trying to go towards the Empire Bones.
It's a cool ship. Cool name.
Gotta give it to the Eoxians. They do have a particular style, and sometimes it works out in their favor.
Very bony.
Mm-hmm. I would be a terrible Eox. I would just call everything the Bone Zone.
Oh, you would be a terrible.
Welcome to the Bone Zone.
That's not how you say that.
Do you think that the Empire of Bones, instead of whatever the normal few is, they just put milk? It's just tons of black milk. Just runs off black milk.
See, I just look at this ship and I'm like, there is so little actual living space in this thing. There's so much wasted space in the decor.
They're undead, so they don't need living space.
I mean, moving around space. Yeah, undeading space.
I mean, how do you know that? I mean, that's look at our ship. Like, this is to scale. Our ship versus their ship. They got plenty of moving around space in there.
That's true. It just seems like a lot of wasted material on those huge bones that provide no function.
Okay, so they provide no.
I think it probably provides a bonus to intimidation.
It definitely provides a bonus to intimidation.
Okay.
It's got style.
As you fly within 10 hexes of these Crypt Warden ships in a nice, neat line, though, static fills your headsets as one of these ships seems to be issuing you a challenge. They are sending you what sounds like some kind of digital code, a challenge code, in order to get past them.
Oh, like a password?
It's an old code, but it checks out.
Yeah. It is indeed. It seems like it's almost an automated ping from their black boxes as soon as you get within a certain range of these ships. And it seems like the captain of this vessel would send a response back.
I just slowly turn my head towards Alindra.
Okay.
Yes, your vessel now.
Okay.
Can we do a computer check to decipher the code really fast to see if there's something that we would know to respond back to?
There is not. No, this seems like it is something that needs to be inputted and sent back, like a code word.
Oh, so wait.
If you were
is there like a riddle, or are you just asking us to guess a random word, Patrick?
How many bones are in the human body? No. No. This
Not enough.
Is a defensive measure in order to stop people from doing exactly what you're doing, I imagine, which is trying to sneak on board the ship. As you guys are deliberating in the cockpit, another ship sends you the same issuing challenge. What are you going to do?
And this is a human input thing, not anything that the ship, like the AI that was sitting in the pilot seat or whatever, isn't a part of this?
Part of it is digital, sending back a digital code, but it seems like there would be some kind of countersign in order to communicate it back, which would involve language.
Wait, so are they saying anything to us? Are there any words involved in what they're transmitting to us?
It's mainly a digital code. So it's a code, and you guys don't have it. What do you want to do?
Okay, are there any comm units in the area like that the Corpse Fleet may have left in the bridge?
No comm units, but there is a communication device built into the ship. You can make a response back.
Or we could pretend like our comms are knocked out.
Yeah, so...
Wait, if only the captain knew. If this is something that the captain would know, but maybe not the rest of the crew, maybe the captain died in battle.
Ooh,
Don't know.
That's an interesting idea.
We lost our commanding officers. Request
Going down your route, Andis, you're pretty sure that you can fake a glitch in the communication or sensor systems of the ship that would make it sound like something is wrong if you're trying to communicate the correct codes back. This would actually be a pretty easy engineering check. Raimi, you could probably do it as well. I don't know about Knack, but
Don't know.
Yeah, and it's just like like punches the comm unit. It's like, oh no, it's broken.
DC 20, so 43 will do it. Now, if you want to send back, like we're going through a space tunnel. You can't hear us. This is a captain action called Garbled Communication.
Okay.
Who wants to try this?
Shouldn't our captain?
Yeah, who else speaks Eoxian?
I speak
I do.
Eoxian.
All right. Neck.
I would
Speak into this
recommend someone that speaks Eoxian. That might help.
Yeah, Alendra pushes Knack toward the comm unit microphone.
All right, Knack adjusts his vocal modulator real quick.
Make me sound more bony.
Yeah, emulate Nor. Isn't that his name?
Well, they probably don't like
Gabelarsh.
Gabelarsh Nor because he sold out to the Pact Worlds.
Right, but that's kind of what they sound like, right? They all sound the same.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
It is true. They all sound like that. Do it, Drew.
What else would they sound like?
Hi, I'm Undead. How's it going, everyone?
That's how Zoe sounds like.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
Zoe sounds a lot
now.
like that.
But he also goes down like this every once in a while. Oh, then he's back up. All right, what you got, Drew? Give it to me. Garbled communication.
Because of planetary quakes and disruptions, systems down, attempting to dock to repair systems.
And make me a bluff check.
That is
Right,
a 31. Do I need to roll expertise?
That is enough.
Awesome.
As they seem to stop sending you this challenge code. It doesn't seem like they're scanning your vessel, which would be a whole nother set of problems. If they're like, why y'all got 5 life forms?
Right. Oh yeah, our ship got damaged, and also we found these pets.
We brought back 5 Zodies.
Yeah, it was a bunch of Zodies.
Yeah, I think we could go the prisoner route at that point, but yes, that would be bad.
Alrighty, so with that, you are allowed to move forward, taking this Spulker and sliding it past this defensive line. You see the massive bone-white Ultronaut appear before you and rapidly grow until it envelops the stars, and you can only see this bone-white ship through the shielding, the front shielding of the shuttle's bridge. Your ship docks in a small shuttle bay, the sign of this enormous carrier vessel. And you see outside in the bay what looks like a bulkhead and a lockable door frame outside the ship leading deeper inside. And you guys are landed.
In the docking bay, do we see any Corpse Fleet technicians or crew members?
This small one is empty, but the door seems to lead into a larger one. You saw from the outside of the ship what looks like a huge, pretty weak force field that seems to let in larger vessels, perhaps.
Any observation towers or windows or anything looking out over this?
Not from this room that you're in.
All right. Knack would like to code his holoskin. Yes, he's had one of these since book 1. Has used it maybe one time to look like a Corpse Fleet member based on one of the Marines that we just defeated in battle.
Cool.
You're still short, though.
Hey, aren't you a little short for a Corpse Fleet Marine?
Yeah, pretty much.
Aren't you a little alive for a Corpse Fleet Marine? You seem to be breathing a whole lot.
Too.
Excellent. Anything else you guys want to do before you leave the shuttle?
Lock it.
All right. Yeah. Make sure to get the keys.
Yeah, I'll pull my keys and I go, turn on the alarm.
Yeah, pull out a piece of hair and lick it and put it right on the door frame so that we know if anybody opened the door.
All right,
Yeah,
007. When you leave the undead cyber zombie plugged into the captain's chair or the pilot chair, just goes boop boop. Locked mode activated.
I wave goodbye to that undead zombie pilot, my new best friend, and I miss him.
Glenn.
His chair detaches. He's like, I'm coming with you.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Get in here.
This is the
Go, Glenn.
This is the NPC we could recruit for this book. Yay!
If someone dies, you're coming back as a floating chair zombie. That's not a joke. There's no one else here that will help you.
Yeah.
You're just under the
basically-
control of Raimi's control undead. The entire time. Miles controls your character too.
You basically get to become a bull ride.
As you all are stepping forward, leaving the ship, you get a ping. Your vessel gets a ping, comes up on the shuttle's science officer station. It seems like it was too weak to receive from outside of the Ultranaut, but now that you're inside, you're getting a weak distress beacon transmitting from inside the Empire of Bones itself. It seems maybe somewhere within 300 feet or so inside the Ultranaut port side from where you're located now. You're on the starboard side.
Can we transmit? I mean, since we presumably have a bunch of receivers amongst all of our comm units, can we use that to triangulate the signal once we're inside the ship? Or
Yeah. You can use a comm unit, hook up the signal to it, and use it to kind of track it forward.
Yeah. 300 feet's not that far away. Let's figure this out.
well, 300's a big number, Drew. I don't know if you.
Well, I'm wondering if
I'm very good at mathematics. 300 is a very big number.
instead of following it, should we use it as a distraction? I mean,
Well, let's
we know what the distress beacon might be about.
Nope, it's just kind of like a general space SOS that might be coming from a black box or something like that.
So there's no cultural identifiers or language identifiers on it.
No, not really.
I mean, we're not
Someone-
skittermanders. We don't want to just help everybody.
But
Speak for yourself.
I mean, there's a likely idea that the only thing that they're going to have on board that's transmitting an SOS is a cultist vessel. But I mean, that's a cultist
Enemy
vessel.
of my enemy is
Yeah.
my friend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I think if this could be a potential ally, we should check it out. I also don't want to leave any innocent people at the hands of the Corpse Fleet. They are particularly mean.
Right, but couldn't it just as easily have been a Corpse Fleet person distress calling a Corpse Fleet vessel?
They don't really
don't
seem
need to
like
do- I
the
don't-
distress call type of folk.
I don't think I need to roll culture to
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's doing an SOS from within their own ship.
Based on everything we've come across with the Corpse Fleet, they seem to view a lot of things as expendable. So
Speaking of expendable, are you all ready to move forward?
Sure. Let's do it.
when you put it that way,
As you step through the massive double doors from the smaller bay here, you see dull red lights that shed illumination upon a huge hangar bay, hundreds of feet across. Above you is a lumbering crane arm that dangles from a ceiling-mounted track. You see rack after rack of fighter alcoves along the fore and aft walls here. In the starboard side of the ship, you see the openness of space covered just slightly by a shimmering, greasy-looking Eoxian force field. And in the middle of this room is a dozen iris hatches about 15 feet in diameter, most of which are sealed shut, but one on the far end looks to be open. Across the chamber, you see a couple of 10-foot wide doors leading port side, and between them is a 40-foot long window lit in ethereal red lights, what seems to show a small room overlooking this hangar.
Is there anybody behind the window that we can see?
No.
I guess there's no bathroom because they're undead.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That's what they made corners for.
So this is what you see. Like I said, it's over 100 feet wide here. What would you guys like to do?
I'm interested in the distress signal, which I'm presuming is coming from the opposite docking bay over here.
Somebody wanna, I don't know, should someone scout? Stealth?
All right, Andis walks out there.
No? Okay.
I think we ought to hug the wall, right? Like,
And Andis hugs the floor.
Where is the window that we saw overlooking stuff? Is it this red bar at the south here?
On the south side, yes. A small, it's about 40 foot wide. The opposite side is looking out into space on the starboard side.
All right.
And that's where you came from.
Knack is going to use a little bit of confidence in his hollow skin costume to kind of walk out here as well.
Okay, so Andis and Knack, anybody else going with?
Yeah. Andis is crawling out stealthily, crawling along the floor very stealthily.
And Linda's hugging the wall very closely.
Yeah, you don't see anyone here as you guys are all slowly moving out. Knack is at the front, it looks like, very, very assured that this hologram is going to do it for you.
Can I roll a perception check just to see if I can notice anything as I'm standing in the middle of the room?
Please do.
It's a 35.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, so now that you're a little bit closer, you do see what seems like maybe another couple of heads inside this room to the south, overviewing this room. It looks like maybe it's a controller station of some sort.
I whisper into my comm unit, there's a couple of guys in that window. Play it cool. Don't get spotted.
As you relay that message to your friends, you all are stepping forward. There is a light that is emitted from this open circular hatch in the middle of the room, and appearing from it is a large vessel over 10 feet long, 5 feet wide and tall. It looks to be the ribcage of a large animal, but you see a Corpse Fleet commando at the controls. It's initiative roll time. We're in combat.
Of course.
No, no.
Oh, well, oh, cool. We're dead. That's awesome.
It is, yes, the ship levels out and just turns to you all immediately. I think it's going to start opening fire.
I don't think we can survive any of that, so...
Wait, the ship does?
Yeah, like a small speeder of some sort.
I see what you mean. Large in terms of like
The size of
us, like
the vessel.
But in terms of the vessel, it'd be like a tiny vessel. But like
this is a technically a vehicle, something we've not had a ton of actual experience with, but it's a large vehicle, and the pilot inside is getting total cover right now. So it's bad news bears time because we are in combat with it, and we have rolled initiative. At the top of the initiative turn order is Knack Feldspar. You see this thing popping out of the ground here. What you got, Drew?
Can I use a bluff check to communicate with it to try to throw it off for to distract it for a turn?
Distract it in how?
Basically, just say, Jerry, what are you doing? Get back in there, or get out into space. What's going on? Why are you aiming that at me?
You can try and make a bluff check. It's gonna be fun. Let's see what happens.
That's a 24. Do I pass?
No.
With clever improvs, I can roll it again.
I guarantee that just because of the way this universe works, it better be a 1 right now. It better be worse.
No, I will.
Jerry.
I will abandon that.
Any standard action?
You know what? I am going to say, get him! And I am going to whip out my... what should I do? I don't know how to deal with a vehicle.
Also, keep in mind, you're standing in the middle by yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, vehicles probably have hardness and hit points, like many things. Either we have to break the vehicle until it doesn't work and then kill the crew members, or somehow get them out of there.
Yeah, or somehow like hack the controls or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm going to drop prone, and I'm going to take a shot with my minor disruption pistol.
Oh boy.
Get him! And I have not rolled anywhere near what I needed to, because I didn't pay attention to that. And yeah, so I have missed wildly. But
Not too wildly. What do you roll? 22?
It's a 24 with get him.
Yeah, that is a miss.
Yeah.
Against the AC, but that's mainly because of the distance. The shot goes wide, and your cover is blown completely. Great! Next in the turn order is Adros Veronis.
Oh, man. Wow. I'm 110 feet away from the vehicle, and yikes.
I should mention here we're in dim light. It is just barely lit up by some of these force fields, these lights here. Normal gravity, no atmosphere. These are the conditions of the hangar bay.
Okay. I'm going to take a move action to go 40 feet, which then puts me within, oh my goodness, 70 feet of, which would be just enough to make a charge.
This area between you will be a little bit of a climb, unfortunately. Not even difficult terrain. these large holes that seem to maybe house the fighter planes will not allow you to do so.
Okay. Then, yes.
There's a door just to the south. Should we run?
Yep. Nope. Dross wouldn't run. You could run.
That's a knack thing to do.
Intivate.
I guess. Oh man, I'm just gonna try and throw a star knife at this thing, and it'll be outside the first range increment.
I mean, we all know people with int of 8, right? Like, they're not, like, that dumb. Like, they're pretty dumb, but they're not that dumb, right?
I mean, yeah. Okay, let's see. It's a 24, which does not include the range penalty.
Against KAC?
Yeah.
Are you including get 'em with that?
Oh, I am not. And it's probably just straight up 24.
What is the range, 50?
The range is 50. The range is 50 feet, so it's one increment outside.
Just outside. That is a miss against KAC. Miss against KAC.
I'll recall the star knife.
Andis 147, we're on to you. Why don't you give me an engineering check, Andis?
I am absolutely going to do that. Yeah. 41.
Just because I know you'd probably be able to do it pretty well. This is a Threnody class assault fighter. It's a large air vehicle. It has indeed a hardness of 10, like many large vehicles, and it also has mounted on the top of it a heavy reaction cannon, just a piercing weapon. You know this, and you can relay this to your teammates. In addition to that, you see this huge crane arm swinging over this room, which looks like it can get into a few different places. And you're pretty sure that this has to be controlled from somewhere.
What I really want to know about is what's the deal with these red force fields? Are they similar to the energy fields in the middle of the planetoid, and that like you can pass through them, or are they like hard light? Like nah.
No, they're very weak force fields. They're for keeping out like scrap and small asteroids, things like that. They're very permeable. This is how the ships enter and exit this hangar bay, is this huge one to the north.
I see. Right. Well, shoot. Just sort of off the record, man, do I hate like big area fights. It takes like 4 turns to get to each other.
Yeah, and you know that thing's going to be able to melee any of us in just a second, if it even needs to.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea, Drew. Thanks.
I'd like you to think of that already. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm going to use my jetpack to fly sort of at like a 40-degree angle to about here. Yeah, right there. About halfway through the room, but sort of like up into the air. I'm going for that window.
Okay, so there it does. As you get closer, you can see what looks like a couple of cybernetic zombies inside, very similar to the ones that were flying the shuttle, hooked into wires and things like that. And there's also a couple of doors on each side. And if you're flying, you can probably get through the force field, what looks like glass, but it's just to keep out things from the hangar bay. Standard action?
So that was like a double move to get most of the way up there.
Gotcha. So, okay, then we are on to the vessel's turn, the Threnody. And, I mean, my hands are tied. Drew has given me the suggestion. Vehicles have collision abilities where they could just ram into people.
Yeah.
The ram is a full action, and it has to be lined up directly with the target in order to do it. Thankfully, Adros has moved right in front of the ship.
Finally, I won't have to move to you. You can come to me.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Straight for you.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
It's like parked on top of you. I feel like it's going to be a different story.
Nah, this will be fine.
No, I'm just kidding. I can't do that. Oh, this turn. It is the ship is going to move forward, and this gun is going to open up.
What kind of gun is it?
It is a heavy reaction cannon. Let's see who is getting shot at. Oh, it's Adros Veronicus. It saw that knife whiz by. It's like, oh my gosh, that guy's got a knife. We should take him. Oh, natural 2 on the dice.
Natural 2. Oh.
Natural 2.
Natural 2.
Believe that's going to be a mess, as shell casings the size of cantaloupes are popping out the back of its gun. The hangar bay beneath you sparks light up as the bullets are hitting all around. That is its turn. Raimi Quindar, we're on to you.
Yeah, so one thing that you said kind of piqued my interest. This here crane, now, can it be operated from the crane, or does it need to be operated elsewhere?
It's it's actually kind of like above you in the ceiling. It seems like it has some mechanical control somewhere else in this room. You don't see anything on it like a chair from which to operate.
All right, can I roll perception to see if I can see the controls?
Well, if you're listening in, it seems like Andis is going to where they think it might be.
Right. No. I was asking if I roll perception, if I would have a better idea as opposed to just intuition.
You mean than me?
Yeah.
Nah, no one has a better idea than me.
Yeah, you don't see anything else in the room.
Okay,
in this huge, massive 130-foot space.
Okay, no problem. I just wanted to cover my bases. So Raimi is going to move up a tick, and he is gonna pop out a new acquisition that was done between him and Adros during the break.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna pop out his Aphelion artillery laser rifle.
Okay.
Which has a cool little feature that it has a 9 hardness bypass.
And now, is that a fusion you got on it, or is it?
That is the penetrating class feature.
Oh yes.
Or
So
sorry,
it's just on
weapon.
the gun.
Yeah, it's on the gun.
Yeah.
It's just what the weapon does.
Cool. Pretty useful here if you can hit, Miles.
Yep. Well, we'll see about that.
Ooh.
Oh!
Oh, yeah, that's an 18 will do. So this penetrates 9. Is that the level of the weapon?
Yes.
So getting past most of this thing's harness, the Aphelion laser just bores a neat little hole through the front of the chassis for the Threnody fighter, and it's taken most of that damage. Good job. Good job. Alindra Valis, we're on to you.
All right, so Alindra glances back at the vehicle and notices Andis running toward this window and thinks, I'm following the android. And so she's going to double move right up next to the window.
Whee! Okay. Yeah, you see the same thing inside. That is turn 1, taking us to turn 2, Knack, Feldspar. Drew, what you got?
Knack is going to do something very similar. He's going to activate his jetpack and double move right here.
So moving port on the ship, moving kind of southernly in this chamber. Now you guys are almost everyone within 60 feet of the ship, minus Raimi, who's kind of back there at the beginning.
I love that you're calculating that.
Next is Adros Veronis.
Well, I can't. Oh, yeah. I can just move. I can move up right up to the thing.
So you can move around these giant circles.
I can't move on. I can't move. I mean, I can't move on them at all.
It would be like climbing up, climbing down. They're kind of like silos for the fighters. But if you see between them, there is an area about 5 foot wide that you can walk between, and you can also just not move on them, move around the side of them.
Is the ship just like hovering over them? Then they're like 5 feet tall. Is that basically? I'm just trying to get a sense of.
Yes, it is a flying vessel. It's flying in the air.
Okay.
I'll just double move, taking out some blades,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll double move up to it, going in between these silos.
And that takes us to Andis.
All right, I'm going to complete my my maneuver into the force fielded room.
Do you want to make a perception check for me before you do?
Well, you know I don't, but I will.
I'll just show you what you see.
Yeah. True to form. I don't want to see nothing.
You roll a natural 1, but what's that, 19?
Yeah.
19.
It's a thin room loaded with monitors, control stations, what looks like a little maybe hangar control room, very narrow corridor. You see digital readouts covering the walls and ceiling projected from small holographic devices, and lights flashing at these computer stations, and a couple of undead cybernetic zombies literally plugged into these machines, wearing a macabre set of headgear that is drilled into their cerebral cortex through their rotting flesh.
Mm-hmm. All right, good. I'm gonna try to take control of this computer from these guys.
Right. I mean, so you can just go. I guess you can go inside. You see very easily what looks like some mechanical controls for the crane. As you do, stepping through, a light flashes, and you are bombarded as the room goes black. Necrotic energy washes over you. Overhead lamps. Those evil undead lamps.
Right? Yeah. Black lamps. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Go
Black
ahead
lights.
Go ahead and give me a fortitude save.
Oh boy, that's not ideal. Fortitude, my only weakness.
Oh no.
16.
Oh no, that is a fail. So take an rolling some d8s here.
Do you have an eel jacket?
No, you guys stole all the hide.
Oh no, rolled quite well. 43 points of necrotic damage as these two undead look completely unfazed by it washing over them. It seems to
they would.
It seems to expel itself though, and you are indeed able to take a look at this computer system here.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna try to gain access to those controls, and I'm gonna start trying to operate the crane.
They are. Doesn't look like it's locked like some of the other computers in the room. It is unsecured system, and like I said, some of it is pretty old, and you can immediately begin using it like a crane game to.
Right, that's
get
exactly what I'm gonna do.
This does count as heavy duty lifting. You're not allowed to take sleep medication while operating the crane arm.
Well, all right. I'll wait until I'm done.
But it does count as either an advanced melee weapon or powered armor. Are you proficient in either of those?
No.
So you will receive a -4, but this is going to work basically like a ranged attack with this crane arm, and you can try and hit this vehicle if you'd like, or try the grapple combat maneuver.
All right, I'm going to try to grapple it and hold it down so that Adros can start wailing on it.
Alrighty, this does get a.
If it's a ranged attack, it doesn't get anything, right?
It's a ranged attack, but it has the capabilities. Like, this is what this machine is made for, is to lift up vehicles. And it gets a +4 circumstance bonus to the grapple combat maneuver.
Oh, hooray! So it's just my regular roll. Here we go.
Well, it's against the KAC of the vehicle +8 normally.
Right. I just got a -4 for being unproficient, and then a +4 for being So 26.
A 26 against KAC. Now this will also use Get 'em. So a 28.
Get 'em is not currently active because I double moved.
So this is KAC +4 basically for the ship, and that is a miss. The crane arm just goes down right beside where the ship is, like right next to Adros.
I point the gun out. I put the gun out the window, and I started shooting at Knack for not putting Get 'em on it.
Well, it would have still been a miss, but you have complete control of this crane, and you can use multiple attacks next turn if you want it. Go from there. It is the ship's turn now, though, and it does not have the capability to run anybody over, so it's going to move backwards, reorient itself, and is going to take another shot at someone. Oh, Remy Quindar, who actually did damage to it last turn. Let's go, Mild.
Oh boy.
So let's see what I roll. A 6 on the dice. So it has missed again.
I would be so mad if you hit me on a 6.
Yeah, that would have been.
Yeah, I rolled a 2 and a 6 so far. This guy is flustered at seeing you all come in here. We are back to you, Ramy. You just avoided taking a whole bunch of bullets.
All right, and so that guy is about 105 feet from me. So the range on this gun is 120 feet. So I'm just gonna try to take another shot at him.
All right.
And hope for the best.
Single shot. 16 on the dice. That is a hit with a 33.
Good job, Miles.
Nice, Miles.
For 24 points damage.
Okay, and got just a little bit of hardness resisting the laser cutting through it like butter. It's the episode where Miles takes down a assault fighter by himself.
Quite possibly.
A little bit of a reverse from the last episode.
And next we're on to Alindra Vallis.
Okay, so I'll just move forward 40 feet. I had a question. Does crush work on vehicles? It works on constructs.
No.
Doesn't specify anything else.
It will not.
Okay.
Any gun action? You're still a little ways away from it.
My sweet little disintegrator pistol. I can try. We'll see how it goes. Probably really fail because I'm really far away. Oh, not so bad. So that's a 28 to attack, but I'm probably out of range. It's a 15 foot.
15-foot range, so you're just outside of the range increment, I think by 1, right? And a 28 is a hit.
Awesome. That's unusual. So that's going to do...
Against
12.
EAC.
Yeah, so 12 damage. Does this have get 'em?
No, it does not.
No,
Okay,
but
so 12 get 'em. Or 12 damage.
the acid just kind of bounces off most of this thing's hull. It does not take a lot of that.
All right.
Every little bit helps, though. Turn 3, Knack Feldspot. Drew's turn.
All right. Well, I wish I wasn't so far away, says the idiot mouse. He is going to just step forward ever so slightly and attempt a clever feint. Your seatbelt's unfastened, you moron. So that is a 25 because of my my convincing liar. Have I passed that bluff check with a 25?
Full fail.
Are undead immune to self-esteem damage?
They have they have like a 13-year-old child self-esteem. It's very easily crushed.
Go for it, Nick.
All right,
you have to be very nice.
So since I failed that, I'm going to use my convincing liar expertise talent to re-roll that feint check.
Yeah, roll better than a 6, man. I don't know. Natural 1.
Natural 1.
Nope, that's not gonna do it, Drew. This guy is an ace fighter pilot in the Corpse Fleet. You're not shaking them.
He knows to fasten his seatbelt.
And draws Fronis, we're back to you.
Oh, it's back to me. I really wish this ship would stop backing up so I could hit it. Patrick, am I standing on something that is metal?
Yes.
Do I know, would Edros be able to figure out from the crane's position and the current position of the vehicle whether the crane can reach the vehicle in the position that it's in?
Yeah, it can basically get anywhere in the hangar bay. Like, it goes from one wall to the other because its job is to basically move ships around this room.
Okay. I didn't know if it was restricted to the silos, the silo section that I was seeing. So I do not have to worry about the ship's position, and I am standing on something metal. Okay. As a move action, I'm going to activate Mag Boots, and then I'm going to move back up in right next to the ship.
Oakley dokley.
Right next to the vehicle.
And as one. And as we're back to you, it's time to pull that Garfield plushie out of this this box.
Yeah. Let's see. I do not have anything that bypasses the hardness, and I'm not confident in my ability to do that. So I'm going to keep operating this crane. I think this time, you know what? I'm just going to roll twice. Roll twice. I'm going to do 2 attacks.
Now,
if this is a ranged attack, don't forget you get coordinated.
Atros is on top of this thing.
Coordinated shot.
Now, do you want to just like bludgeon the ship with this huge crane arm that probably weighs upwards of like 20 tons? Or do you want to try a dainty grapple check?
Let me try. I'm going to try a ranged, I'm just going to try to punch it the first time. And the second time, I'm going to try to grapple it. Can I do that?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, cool. All right. First attack. Ready, go. Oh, that's a 20 to hit. We had 22. Is it got him?
No, because I went for clever feint to flat-foot the ship, which was a mistake.
Only 20.
That's a minute.
All right, here we go. Now I'm going to try to just grab it and hold it down. That's a 25.
It's harder because you're trying to hit its KAC +4. These are both misses.
Yep. Oh boy.
I'm telling you, this crane is sweet if you can get it working for you. I believe it. Crane is some good stuff.
Does anybody have power armor proficiency?
I mean, Adros has advanced melee weapon proficiency.
Right. Yeah. I was wondering if Alindra had advanced melee.
think I do. Do I? As
Yeah,
part of a
Solarian.
Solarian thing?
I'm curious what your dexterity is.
Yeah, I'm
Not great.
I guarantee Andis is probably going to be as good or equally good. Just with bonuses there.
The only person who could probably do better is Adras, but he can't get up there. So.
I mean, honestly, probably Raimi, honestly, because Raimi's dex is better than mine.
I have a lot of decks.
Raimi, come over here. and Andis says into the comm unit, Raimi, this is totally made for you. Come get some of this.
So it's the enemy's turn. It is going to move away from Adros, provoking an attack of opportunity. It's going to move southernly towards the port side and line up with Lindra, and is going to. Let's resolve this attack of opportunity first. Tyler.
All right. How about 29?
A 29 against KAC, right? With
Yes.
your longsword, that is a hit.
Yes.
That's going to be 39 points of damage, minus 10, 29 points of damage.
Alrighty, so it has taken a lot of beatings here, a few laser blast, and you've chopped off a good chunk of its bone kind of wingspan. Tyler is going to make an attack now. Eventually, I will hit someone. So this one is going against Alindra Valis.
Oh no.
And I've rolled a 9 on the dice. Yeah, just moving around this hangar. That 9 is a miss. I need to roll anywhere like north of a 10 would be great right now.
No wonder the Corpse Fleet left this guy in the hangar bay instead of out there trying to do
He's
anything.
worthless.
Don't worry, Sword, I'll keep track of the hangar.
Third miss of the evening so far. Raimi Quindar, we're back to you.
All right, so Remy is going to start moving towards Andis. Hop a little over here a little bit. And then he's going to take aim and shoot at the ship once more.
Alrighty, I think you're still within range, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go.
Go ahead and make the attack roll.
Oh, yikes. That's a 24.
24 against EAC.
I believe so.
That's a hit.
Oh yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
For 27 points damage.
Boy, oh boy.
I guess minus 1 for...
Oh, yeah.
So 26 points of damage total.
Yep, and it is still going. It's not strong. It's taken enough damage to give it the broken condition. So you see smoke,
Yes.
sparks kind of popping off of it.
I just love that Raimi is like broken.
All right.
Miles, yeah, 26 points of damage. Good job there. Bringing us to Alindra Valis. This thing seems to be squaring up, ready to swing against Alindra. What you got?
Yeah, I'm ready to square up against it. So is it in the air right now?
It is. It's just hovering about 5 feet off of the ground. It's kind of like right now, a hover vehicle.
Okay, so I don't have to like fly up to get to it, right? With Supernova?
Oh, because you
no.
know what time it is.
Yeah, this is turn 3, is it not?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to move just a little bit forward, and Supernova, actually I'm going to get 10 feet away from it to make sure I get the hypotenuse right.
That is so many dice.
That's 44 damage.
Taking all of it, because this thing cannot juke out of the way in time.
Yes.
So it blasts off the hull, and you start seeing paneling underneath this thing getting blown away, circuitry getting exploded. But it's still running. It's still working as we go to turn 4, Knack Feldspar.
So Knack, of course, is going to get him, and he is going to once again try to take a shot with this minor disruption pistol, knowing it's not going to do a heck of a lot of much. No, actually, scratch that. He's going to try to clever feint again. So he's got get him up, and looks like your aft thruster is a little wonky there, Chief.
Roll better than a 6.
Nope.
That's a failure, so you're going to re-roll?
I am going to reroll. There's a 33.
Much better.
Yes, so this thing is, the pilot is flat-footed right now.
I don't know what that means for a pilot to be flat-footed, but hopefully it means that the ship is also flat-footed. So,
I don't think so.
Edros Veronis, we're back to you.
All right. This thing is no longer weaving in between the silos, which means it's open for a charge. He's going to take a move action to get out from the silos himself. And then charge up to the ship, and he's going to use his Soldier's Onslaught class feature. Make a double attack at a -6, but get him's up, so effectively a -4. First attack. That's a pretty low roll. Ooh, not too good. 23. Assume that's a miss.
Yes, against KAC it is.
All right. Hopefully this one will connect then. As we come back around. Nope, that's a miss too.
And that is the second miss against KAC.
I need to roll better than these numbers.
Andis 147, we're back to you.
All right, let's see here. I'm just gonna make a single attack. This time I'm just gonna try to punch it. I'm gonna punch all the way through it and pin it down to the ground, but not in the grappling way, just in the punching way.
Single attack?
Single attack. Here we go.
All right.
Yes, a 27 with get 'em.
Do you only get plus 13 to this?
Yeah, it's not a long arm.
Mm-hmm. And does that include your -4?
Oh, I'm sorry. If you don't mind, could I track it while I do this?
Yes, because it's making a range attack. But does that include the -4?
That would not include the -4. Well,
okay.
It would make unless it gets
-2
the plus
tracking.
So with tracking, it would be -1. So it'd be a 24 plus 2, 26.
26 is exactly its KAC.
Yes.
This is very needed because its turn is coming up next. Can you drop it? We will see. Go ahead and roll me 8d6.
Oh boy, that's a number that I like.
That's a nice amount of dice.
And I have a number here you have to hit. Very important number. Oh no.
I see some ones.
Yeah, that's a few ones. That's a 21 total.
Yeah, so after its hardness, it's still up. I'm taking 11 points of that. And it's its turn, which means, I gotta get this one off. It's just gonna try and squash Alindra by ramming into her. Now, a couple things have to happen in this ramming action. He has to race and make a piloting check equal 10 plus the vehicle's level. Right now, he's got some negatives. He does have a pretty good bonus to piloting these undead. This is another Marine that's in here.
Does the pilot being flat-footed factor into this at all?
I don't think that affects skills. Well, does it, Drew?
I just
It
wanted
does.
to.
It does not.
Let's see here. He's got a little bit of a negative. These pilots have a plus 14 bonus to piloting. Trying to hit a 21 right now. The piloting check. Oh gosh, I rolled over a 10 for the first time in this fight. 12 on the dice. So this is going to try and ram into you now. Very important. Rebecca, you get a reflex save to jump out of the way.
Well, it's a good thing I just took lightning reflexes as my feat. It failed me last episode, but maybe it'll serve me.
Alindra, watch your step.
Yeah, no kidding.
Patrick, would this provoke an attack of opportunity from Mandrel?
This would.
Oh, maybe I can down this thing before it even has a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, longsword. 27. That hits.
29 with
It
get 'em.
does.
29 with get 'em. That's going to be, after the hardness, 28 points of damage.
The ship is destroyed.
Yes!
Nice.
Rebecca, make me a reflex save.
Did Adros push it toward me? Is that what?
No. Oh boy, you would have just made the reflex
Yes!
with
22.
the watch your step. And also just for fun, let me just go ahead and roll what the damage would have been.
Wow.
Right. So that is half the damage. It was 112 points of damage for a collision of a large vehicle. So the ship is destroyed.
Well, I'm glad we found Gomer Pyle Eox MC in this ship.
You see some sparks, some bits and bobs popping off this thing, and then the hatch explodes, and the Marine is standing there and pulls out an acid dart rifle. We're still in combat, everyone. Yes! Oh my gosh! Rami Quindar, we're on to you.
All right. Well, you know what? Do the same thing. I'm sure this will go through his armor as well.
It's like this This episode is like the turnaround for Miles.
Yeah.
Dice rolling. Oh boy, against
That's a
EAC.
27 would get him.
Yeah, he's still flat-footed and coming out of the destroyed vehicle. That's a hit.
That's 29 points of damage.
Oh boy.
Ouch.
Now, and this does have a fusion on this gun you said before, right? No,
No,
this one doesn't. Okay, this guy,
no, it's just got the penetrating special feat.
it doesn't seem to penetrate this guy's armor that much. It did maybe more damage to the vehicle than it did him, but he still takes a huge fiery bolt into his shoulder.
Oh, I call shenanigans, but okay.
Yeah, it didn't really factor into the previous fight so much. They actually have a little bit of DR.
Yeah.
Next is Alindra Valis. He's standing about 15 feet away from you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk right up to him and slash him with my solar weapon and Infoton in hand.
Oh boy.
He's going to get killed.
It's a 24 to attack.
That's a hit.
Awesome. So that's gonna do 31 damage.
Do you remember when you fought 8 of these guys and it took a while? This one's probably not going to take that long. Top of turn 5, Knack Feldspar.
We're going to start with get him, and then we are going to say, oh, it looks like your ride is not so sharp anymore. Clever feint. It's a 35.
Okay, so yep, he's still very flat-footed. Can't seem to get his ship leg. He's stumbling out of the vehicle. Edros Veronis.
Edros moves in, and while he's moving in, he's going to pull out the magma blade, and he's going to stab with the magma blade because now that we are fighting undead and this matters, it has the holy fusion on it. So I bypass the DR of evil undead, if that is indeed what his DR is.
Okay, well, you're pretty sure your Vorpal Longsword was messing them up too.
Well, sure,
a
but
few hours ago.
well, let me have my fun.
24 on the attack. That's a hit.
Oh, yes, 26 will get him. That's going to be 25 points of damage.
Forgot how many hit points these guys have. They have a lot. You guys remember last episode? It's still up, Andis. We're on to you.
All right, I'm just gonna drop the crane. I'm just gonna like put it right directly over the dude, and then just release the brakes so that it just falls down onto him.
Make this goon into goo.
Oh man.
Oh.
Let's see. So that's +5. So that's 24.
And does that include the -4?
Oh no, 20.
That does include all of your bonuses, but that doesn't include the -2 to AC he's getting right now for being flat-footed.
Yes!
Oh, hooray!
Yes!
Well, that sucks for this guy.
I forgot all about their crummy armor class.
That's so just 25 damage just sort of lands on top of this guy's head.
Yeah, he's not doing great, but he's still
God, these things are just meatballs of damage.
He's gonna move back and just try and shoot Alindra with his acid dart rifle. Alindra, your KAC?
27.
So he's just hit. Getting a dart off before he dies. For 14 points of acidic and piercing damage. And then we're back to Raimi.
All right, so Remy's going to conserve some of his ammo and cast Magic Missile
Oh no.
Classic.
My weakness.
for 14 points of damage.
All right, still up. Still up. And Alindra, back to you.
All right, I'm going to take a guarded step forward and use my solar weapon again.
Oh, please hit.
Slashy.
Here we go. All right, that's
Oh, yeah.
a 28 to hit.
Yeah, he's
30
cut
to get him?
cleanly in half with your solar blade. The acid rifle falls to the ground, and we're out of combat.
Yay!
Oh,
Brain
man,
gang.
that could have been way worse.
It really, really
Yes.
could have.
It was pretty darn good that you ran up on that thing, because I was trying to line up a ram attack this entire
I
fight.
know. I was just like, I'm gonna stand right next to this ship every single turn.
When it's so bad. So it's double the collision damage. This thing does 10d10 on a collision.
Good God,
Wow.
10d10.
But yeah, we're out of combat, and you guys basically have free reign of this hangar here. And as you were right inside what looks like the control room. Now that you have time to relax, you see that there does seem to be a death ray in the room that looks to be resetting itself.
Can I try to disable that before it does?
Make an engineering check for me.
All right. 34?
DC 33 to disconnect the ray projector.
Yes!
Resets after a few minutes for a fun death effect negative energy ray.
Yeah.
But yeah, now if you want to spend some time, you can. What do you guys want to do? You're free from combat now.
What did you say were on those racks? Or those are racks for vehicles to be parked at? Is that right?
And you are sure that they are all out and about fighting this war right now.
Okay.
All right.
I would like to take a look at. So does this sort of array in front of me look purely mechanical, or do I get the sense that this is networked, or?
There are some computers here that seem to be networked into the ship and do require hacking in order to gain access to them.
Right. And you said there were like other mindless zombies up here too? Where are they hiding?
There's a couple of them. There's a few chairs for what look like cybernetic zombies, but there's just 2 of them right now in the room, plugged into the machines.
Now, will these computers at the terminal that Andis is near, will they have information about the ship, or is it just going to be stuff for the hangar?
We'll need a computer check to figure that out, to gain access to them first.
I would like to roll one of those.
Okay. You guys both can if you'd like.
I'm gonna step away while Miles rolls this thing.
I would
just in case.
I'd like to assist with this check too.
Sure. So assisted and 40 on the computer check because of the assist. It's DC 30, so you're able to crack into it. The old Raimi knack double up on the computer.
We space fist
one. Four hands on one keyboard. Yeah, you can tell that this system here, computer system, is localized to be in charge of the hangar bay doors, the launching the ships, things like that. And you also tell, as you hack in, that a local alarm has been raised by your gunfire in the hangar, but there is no ship-wide alert issued yet. It seems to be just this small computer system.
I'm going to turn that off.
Easily done. And there is an area of this computer module that has a map of the hangar area, and you can take a look at that. If you want, you can download it to a comm unit. Most of the rooms in this section are labeled only as a secure site in Eoxian, but there's a few rooms to the south, port side of the ship, right?
Or I thought we were in the aft, so that'd be the...
What's the left side? The left is port.
Yes.
I definitely want to download that information to Wick. Mm-hmm. What I would like to know is, as far as the most direct route to the bridge, and how much resistance we should be expecting. How many personnel are supposed to be on board where we're going?
So it looks from what you're able to gather here, like there is no bridge on this ship, because all of those computers don't seem to have access to, or these computers seem to have access to there. And there's also no mention of it in the maps. It seems perhaps this area is cut out from the rest of the ship for security reasons. You can probably glean that to help confuse people that are boarding the vessel. They don't put that information on the hangar bay ship.
So Admiral Adama is in charge of this ship.
Gotta cut the network. But you do see on the map a couple of rooms port side and kind of 4 port side. One is marked mining overflow and the other marked repair system. Those are just to the AKA south port side of the ship.
Can we tell where the distress call is coming from?
Yep, somewhere port side. It's
okay. So it's not like super specific at this point. It's not like pointing to left and right.
You imagine when you get within like 20 or 30, you might be able to get a better read.
I see.
You can tell where it's not for sure. Yeah, anything else you want to do here?
Can we fill in on the map what we can see of the map, at least generally, without, of course, obvious like traps and stuff?
This room here, I'll give you the outline of it. Pretty small, maybe 25 square feet, is the one that is marked repair system. And immediately to the side is the one marked mining overflow. And you all have a couple of huge doors, one to your the left of this hangar bay control and one to the right. And yeah, all the rest of the locations on the map are pretty vague, and as I said, just marked secure sites. It seems like that information is like redacted.
So Nak since the alarm seems to be only in this hangar bay area, Nak wants to reactivate his holoskin to look like a slightly different Corpse Fleet Marine. Actually, let's make him look like the Corpse Fleet Marine we just defeated.
But I don't know, that guy's got a big sword cut in him.
Well, without the sword cut, obviously.
Yeah, he's about this Knack height and when he's cut in half.
Right? Just a torso walking around.
I'll let you holoskin all you want all day long, Drew, but if you're hanging out with these four yahoos, it won't help you at all.
Well, so Nak says, "All right, guys, let me take the lead on this, just to walk into this hallway and see what happens."
All right, well, just.
But I'm counting on some backup if Fleem goes wrong. All right.
We slam the door and lock it.
So Nak is going to step through the doorway into this hallway.
This huge, expansive hallway is over 100 feet long, maybe a couple 100 feet. There are 3 doors to the right, and the hallway branches off to the left. And you don't see anybody. Seems pretty. The coast is clear. It's almost like the majority of the ship is like out fighting these giant planetoids that are attacking them.
Nak is going to check out this room over here to the west on the map. I guess starboard ship side.
Shall we join you?
Yeah. You want them to join up? Or?
I would love that, but maybe like out of sight of the door.
Okay.
Cool. The door, I'm sorry. All these doors are locked. This door is locked as you come to it. You don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna pick it open.
So it looks like there is indeed a way to engineer your way inside, or you can try and spoof it. It looks like it requires a key card. Spoof the command to open it up with a computer check. So it's up to you, engineering or computers.
I'll just I'll sort of stand kind of like 5 feet away and just sort of like try to crack it with my noggin. 36.
Oh, and that's what it sounds like. Yes, so standing nearby, hacking it remotely, it's a DC 35. Yes! So you've rolled one above it.
Jeez.
Able to open it up. It seems like the door just kind of jams open as it is bypassed here. Inside, you see a disaster of a room. Piles of junk rest in huge heaps across the 25-foot width of this room. Large metallic plates line the walls where scratches and scoring have marred the bulkheads. A long network of pipes run along the ceiling with valves and readers along their length. And as soon as you open the door, the piles of junk and scrap metal begin to shift, move. You see them taking the form of jelly-like coalescing forms, piling up the junk on top of themselves, something you haven't seen in a while, as 2 large scavenger slimes slowly calibrate jury-rigged weapons and aim them in your direction.
No.
We're in initiative.
Nak, why did you even want to go in this room?
You always want to go in the worst rooms.
I'm not the one who wanted to go to the bathroom or the other room with the...
This is your bathroom.
The last room I wanted to go into was the empty room with all of the cabinets that had all of the good stuff. So forgive me if the one room I want to go to in this stupid ship...
We are in initiative turn order. It's been a while since I've got to use a scavenger slime. But today, well, I'm not using one scavenger slime. I'm using 2 of them. From Alien Archive #1. I love these things.
They're not great. Although sometimes they have really good loot.
Yeah, exactly. These guys, you see a whole bunch of weapons that I'm about to use on you. Hey, you survive and you get to keep them.
Yeah, the artillery laser that Raimi's using now came off of a skin.
That came in out of one of those.
Yeah, it came in super handy today. So let's not judge Nak's
we're still
Nak's decisions too much, huh?
We are 100% judging you.
Huh?
What a lovely spell you found.
We're in initiative turn order. Andis, you are first. You hear a lot of movement happening inside this room.
Right. I look around the corner and I'm like, oh, what in the heck is that? No. No. And so
it's both pieces of piezo art for a scavenger slime.
oh, well, I don't like that at all. That's like a lawnmower made of blood. I don't want that.
This is the one from AP number 4. You found it back on Istamak, and as you're
Can I see the other one? Yeah, there it is. Oh yeah, that's a
looks like Johnny 5.
it's like Johnny 5 made of hate.
Oh, yep.
Eradicate.
Right. Okay, so I'm gonna spend a move action to track both of these guys.
Mm-hmm.
And can I make an engineering check to like remember things about them?
So these guys, these are oozes. So finding out information about these things, even though they are with engineering, you might be able to remember that they are sometimes installed in ships, scavenger slimes, as part of an automatic patch system to like help out with engineering departments. But to find out information about the creature itself, it'll be life science.
All right, let me try that. Well, not ideal. 21.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is going to be, I think, a little bit higher than that.
Okay. Well, then I say, well, darn it. I'm just going to kill these things. And so I point my gun around the corner, and I'm going to shoot the one that looks like a lawnmower made of blood.
Blood mower.
So that's going to be a 20 versus EAC.
That is a miss.
No.
Well, more than 3s and 4s.
My precious gun.
Knack Feldspar, we're on to you.
Knack is going to take a step back. He is going to point his minor disruption pistol at this thing, get him, and attack. With get him, that is a 35 to hit.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Yeah, for 13 points of damage.
Which one are you attacking?
The one
red
to
or
the north, the yellowish, orangish one, Johnny 5.
Yeah. All right. So, how much damage?
13 points of damage.
Alrighty, you blast into this thing, and it does, do remember, have some kind of damage resistance, but still taking a good amount of that damage. Next in the turn order is Alindra Valis.
Okay, being outside the door, I'm just not sure she's quite ready to go in there yet. I'm gonna hold my turn.
Okay. Adros Veronis then.
Adros goes in there!
Sounds right. Checks out.
He runs deep in there. Runs all the way right in between them. In fact, that might provoke. Does that provoke?
These guys do have a little bit of a range. If you're moving right between them, I believe it will.
All right, then I'm going to move it even further.
No, it does not.
Oh, sweet.
They have a reach of 5 feet, so move right up on top.
Okay, then moving right on top, and let's hit one with a long sword. Let's hit one that is more to the south of Adros.
All right, splitting damage. I like it.
But the one to the north of Adros says, get him on it.
He said south. Let him attack.
I said south, Drew.
We talked about this before we recorded.
29 hit.
That's a hit.
31 points of damage.
I forgive you.
Can I take my turn now?
Yeah, want to go right after the big guy?
Yeah, seeing Adros be so brave, Alindra takes a cue from her dumb friend and runs.
She says, "That looks dumb. I'll do that."
That's one of the few times I actually have to separate me from Adros, and I'm like, wait, what?
And Tyler.
She looks in the room at the dumb lizard named Tyler and says, "I'll do that too."
All right, but Alindra, while running in, is going to say, Adros, Nat said to get this one, and she's going to use her solar weapon against it.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, super hit, 19.
Yes!
Yeah.
Super hit.
So this can be 38 with Get 'em to attack. That's going to do 38 damage.
Ooh, boy. So that is your entire turn, bringing us to Remy Quindar. You rolled higher than these things. They're at the bottom of the turn order.
Boy, oh boy. door is here. So the easiest thing will be for me to, for Raimi to move kind of, so he's still outside, but he can see in, and he's going to fire a magic missile upon the monster that Alindra was attacking.
Okay, so with a move, we're just doing two of the D4.
Yes. So that's 11.
Okay, and now on their turn, they have been rushed. Unfortunately, didn't do well on initiative, so they're going to take attacks of opportunity no matter what. They use their range of weapons. This one's just going to move to the corner of the room. Adros can make an attack on the red one.
Okay. Ooh, a super hit.
Yeah, how much damage?
Oh my gosh, 41.
Hooty hoo.
Okay, so it is still going strong. It's gonna make an attack. Let's see here. It rears back and it has a sonic blast. It levels at you at about ear level. Let's make this EAC attack first. That is a hit. 14 on the dice. So this is sonic damage coming at you. Roll a d10s.
I love sonic damage.
It almost wanted to be that D20. So
it is 20 points of sonic damage as it levels this pretty shoddily put together weapon at you. And this other one, Alindra, you can make an attack of opportunity as well because it's going to shoot one of its guns.
Okay.
Oh boy, rolling rocks now. 19 for Adros, 18 for Alindra.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Okay, so 32 damage.
Right. This is gonna be a fast fight, folks. If I'm broken every turn, it aims another gun at you, makes a blast against EAC.
Almost a 1.
Well, nope. 13 on the dice, a hit, and this is doing cold damage as you're hit with what seems to be a hailstorm class 0 rifle.
Sorry, who's taking this?
Alindra.
Oh.
Near minimum damage, 12 points of cold damage.
Okay. Yeah, I was
about to say.
I have 5 damage reduction to that. Oh.
That is their entire turn. Turn 2, and this 147 back to you outside in the hall.
Yep. Let's see. So this one to the north, this Johnny Hatebot. Yeah. That one's got him. So I'm gonna take 2 shots at Johnny Hatebot.
Alrighty.
Okay. First one, 29 to hit.
Hit.
Yes.
All right. That's gonna be 21 points of damage.
Boy, it's still up. Roll that second attack.
All right. 28 to hit.
Also a hit.
All right. That's gonna be 19 points of damage.
All right. So 40 in total, making this easy math.
Wop, wop, wop.
It is still up, but oh boy, you put a number of hurtons on it damage-wise. Pretty low damage rolls, but when you get 2 back-to-back, it's a lot. So this one's nearly dead. The one that Alindra is on top of, taking, that's like the 6th or 7th hit it's taken. Knack Feldspar, we're back to you.
Knack is going to say, get him to the one to the north, Johnny Hatebot, and then to Blood Lawnmower. I don't know if this is going to work, but he's gonna insult this thing to try to clever feint.
Clever feint. Yeah, no, well, it's not language dependent. We figured that out. It's just sense dependent.
Yeah. So, hey, dummy, you missed a spot.
Yeah, not care about your jibes. You rolled a 1 anyway.
I can re-roll that though.
You re-roll it all day, but they don't have eyes. They are.
It's mostly whether they have an intelligence score. That's more important.
No, it is not even that, because they might have an okay intelligence score. Oh, they don't. But in addition to that, it's sense dependent. They don't have sight as much as you think. There's no eyeballs.
Don't they just need hearing?
They don't have hearing either. We're in a vacuum.
Beans. Oh, right, yeah.
There's a lot of things going wrong with this jibe.
It's hard to shout at people in the vacuum.
A fail across the board, but it's okay because everyone has, I think, managed to hit every single attack so far. So let's go on to Adros Veronis, Tyler.
Let's full attack, Patrick.
Oh,
and
boy.
Let's do the onslaught. So,
against the red one?
Yeah, Alindra kindly pointed out that I was attacking the wrong slide. So, I'll go Adros will turn around and smash all up on this slime. Ooh, if I were to move 10 feet to my left, could I actually get in a flanking position?
No, you gotta be through the opposite side.
Oh, that's what I thought. I just didn't. I can never remember with larger creatures. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll just do 3 attacks from where I am then. And this is going to be the first one. This is at a -6, but a +2 for get him. So
Hit.
28, 40 points of damage.
And with that, it's dead.
Yes!
Oh, well.
Hooray!
Aw, cradoodles. What you get for not taking on your own. So yeah, you just bash into this thing. It is well destroyed by the time you're done. Bringing us back to Alindra Vallis, your target destroyed. What do you want to do, Rebecca?
All right, Alindra's going to say thanks to Draws as she moves right next to him and uses her solar open against the blood mower. Is that what we were calling it?
Blood mower.
So that's a 27 to attack.
Hit.
So that's going to do 42 damage.
Ouch.
It's still up, but it has taken. Now it's also about half the size it was chopped off bits of like metallic plating, some gun parts, and it's icky goo. And we're back now to Remy Quindar, who your target is destroyed. You can't see the other one. They're inside the room. What do you want to do, Miles?
Guess I'll just go down the hallway and see what's happening over down here. I'm gonna pop in the room and fire magic missile. That's 11 points of damage.
Okay, so a couple of these missiles battering into its side, bringing us to its turn. Oh boy, what is happening here? Both Alindra and Adros are on top of this thing.
It's not good for it.
It's going to try and back away, so you guys can both make an attack of opportunity.
Kill it.
Yeah,
It's a 31.
that's a hit.
Yes!
That does 38 damage.
It is still up. Tyler, need a Tyler hit.
Oh, natural toot!
Oh no. Oh no.
I don't do it.
That a miss? Oh, it gets to make its shot then. So it pulls out a weapon that I don't think we've used before, but it gets to hit everyone in the room as it is a explode weapon.
What?
Oh,
I regret entering this stupid room.
Hey, I don't know why you came in here, my man.
What else am I gonna do?
Wait.
Wait for the adults to be done. Wait for mommy and daddy fighters to be done.
Yeah, let your tank and your DPS kill this thing and have a nice day.
It is an analog weapon. It's not explode. It has the blast quality. So it's blasting in an area here. So it is blasting outwards as a snub scattergun in a cone. Adros is going to get hit first, then Alindra, and finally Ramy. You're in the back there, so you might not even get hit. Let's just roll some attack dice. Pyong. So for Adros, that is a hit. Alindra, that's a hit. I've rolled a 10, the 14. Oh, and then a natural toot for Miles, which is at -4, which is going to be a miss, Miles. No KAC damage, this scattergun. And these are D12s coming at Adros and
Serves you right.
Roll up.
Alindra. 15 points of damage, Tyler, and 18, Alindra. This is like a buckshot shotgun just going boom, and there's shrapnel coming at you, and probably the last thing this thing ever does. Andis, we're on to you. It's moved in to the far back left corner now, and you can see it from where you're at.
All right. I can see a couple of my allies in front of me, but that don't befront me none. And I'm gonna take a single shot from my
Wise
disrupt-
decision.
A meow. 23? Sorry, wait. 31?
Those are different numbers. Those are very different numbers. Yeah. 31 is a hit, and with that, the last bit of sonic energy you're pulsing through this thing makes it explode in a red shower of goop on your friends Adros and Alindra, and it's dead.
It's a big prank. I got you.
I set this up months ago on the tip. You'll go for it,
You dummies. All right, let's go home.
Good prank. Yeah, so each of these creatures The scavenger slimes had on them a few weapons. We got to see all of them. I made sure of that. They both have an LFD Screamer, which is a heavy sonic weapon.
Ooh.
A Hailstorm Class 0 rifle, long arm if memory serves.
Yep.
And a snub scatter gun.
Very cool.
Yep, and there's two of them. Two on each. It seems like, these were patched into the ship to repair glitching systems and damage to the hull. So they're dead now. No more repair to this section of the ship.
Good.
And taking a look around its rat nest of a room, it doesn't seem like a lot going on in here, but scrap metal and junk.
Not any credits or gold or cred sticks or gold sticks or platinum sticks, anything?
Golden
You see
credits.
that really gushy pile of trash over there? You should probably look in there. I think that's where the credits are.
Yeah, there is nothing in here of value. Besides those weapons they seem to have cobbled together from bits and bobs all around the ship.
Okay, cool.
All right. I dejectedly walk outside the room.
All right, and as you do, you are shot at from down the hallway. As turning the corner down the hall, you see a host of black chassis Eoxian security robots, their weapons raised, firing in your direction and walking towards you in this dimly lit corridor. And over open comms, they communicate with you, Naki. You hear them say, "Intruders must suffer, destroy, to be continued."
Yeah.
Here we go.
Bum, 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 here we go. Next week on the podcast. Empire of Bones. Next week, we get to continue to explore. This section of the ship is called Hangar Country, and you guys have barely explored
It's big.
like a quarter of it. Yeah, it's huge. You explored the
it's a
huge
big-
hangar section, but there's still tons of rooms.
A lot of space here, Patrick.
Isn't the
Taylor
whole
could
book
get
named
lost
after-
out here in Hangar Country.
Yeah, golly, this hangar country.
Isn't the whole book named after this ship?
Yep.
Yeah, so I imagine we're going to be here for a while.
It's a quick
this map-
jaunt through the Empire of Bones.
Are we going to get
map is-
are we going to get space horses?
Oh boy, Drew. You guys, what else do you think you're going to find here? You already fought a ship and a couple of huge slimes. What else?
Well, we're
could there
still
be?
looking for the source of that distress beacon. So
Yeah. And
I think
knows?
we're gonna find like some weird undead soldiers that are magically enhanced.
Really? On this Eoxian ship, you think we're gonna
No
find
way.
undead soldiers? Nah, get out of town.
I'm going.
fun.
No, I'm talking like abomination, messed up,
yeah.
like
And-
magically messed up.
And once we think we're safe, once we think we're finally through everything and we can just relax for just a second. Akatas! Nothing but Akatas!
undead anacondas.
Whole room full of Akatas. There's like 48 Akatas, like level 1 Akatas, but like 48 of them, like a bunch.
Would you rather fight 48 level 1 Akatas or one level 48 Akatas?
It's a very easy fortitude save, but like you're gonna have to make a bunch.
So many. Well, that's this week's episode. Let's hang her up there and get it. Hang her up. Right. And we will continue next week. Book 6. Thank you guys for playing with me once more into The Breach.
Thank you, Patrick.
Thank you.
And tell everyone out there, have a great Monday morning. If you're
a great
listening.
one.
Have a great day.
Bye.
And watch Macross. Watch all the Macross.